Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. I hope I am properly audible and visual to all of you. Good evening. Good evening, Ranjit. Good evening, Shankar. Good evening. I hope I am properly audible and visual to all of you. Okay. So, welcome to the session. In the last 2 days, due to some reasons or other, we could not conduct our session. But don't worry about it. We are discussing the topics from last day also. Like a few days back, there was this one topic in the news, biomaterials. So we are covering that. In the same manner, if there are other topics which have been there in the last 1 to 2 days, so we will cover that also in our upcoming sessions. So tell me one thing, how is your preparation going on in the new year? How is your preparation going on in this new year? How is your preparation going on in this new year? Good evening. Best, that's good. Double speed, very good. Winter is also going on with double speed. Tariff are also going on double speed. So should be your preparation. You may have seen this one news that US have exited a huge number of organizations in the last, I think on 7th of this month. On 7th of this month, 7th of January, United States has decided to exit from more than 60 plus groupings. So tariff is also going on high. Sociology optional, English medium, and I think the sociology optional is there in English medium this year also. Solar Alliance also. So there is one announcement from US President that climate change is a hoax. It is nothing real. Climate change is unreal. Global warming is unreal. Okay. And there is no need of clean energy. There is no need of clean energy. So from here itself, you can understand that what is the mindset of the US president. So he says that there is no such need of solar energy. There is no such need of any such clean energy. There is no need of clean energy investment. He simply says that in the world, you just need to have a domination over the energy. That is the only thing which you require. So that is the choice of the US people also. They are also regretting that. What we can say? He is increasing your current affairs IR topic. Okay. So now in today's session, the topics which we are going to discuss, first topic which we are going to discuss today is going to be about this topic of biomaterial. This is one topic which we will discuss. Then we will talk about the tariff part also. We will talk about this growth rate of India, and there is one organization, UNDESA. We will talk about that also. Then we will talk about the achievement of ISRO in 2025. That what has been achievements of ISRO in 2025 and what are the future plans. Then we will discuss some prelims special topic also in today's session. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss. Okay. So let us first start with this one thing, like what exactly are biomaterials and why do we need them? Why do we need them? Like US president can say that, okay, global warming, climate change, these are not problems. But then we know that There is something problem like plastic pollution. There is problems of global warming. There is pollution of greenhouse gas emission. So US president can be ignorant, but we cannot be ignorant about it. So there is this one thing called as biomaterials. So can you give me some examples that what exactly are biomaterials? When we talk about this one term, biomaterials, so what exactly are they? As you can see from the name, that a material which is derived from living organism, a material derived from biodiversity, from this biodiversity or biological organisms, that is basically biomaterial. This is something which is biodegradable in nature. It is something which is biodegradable in nature. It is something which is non-polluting. It is something which is non-polluting. It is something which has lesser or limited health complications or limited health impact. Limited health impact. It is something which is sustainable for future. It is something which is sustainable for future. So this is what we mean by biomaterial. In a sectional test, I feel like I've studied almost 95%, 95 out of 100 questions, and I'm attempting the question based on that, yet I'm only getting 40-50 question right. How can I improve my accuracy? So I think if we have gone through the topic and still out of 95 questions, you are able to solve 45 to 50 questions correctly, so you should be looking at the revision part. Try to find out which areas are weaker, where you are finding difficulty. Is there problem with respect to fact or concepts or silly mistakes? Try to divide into that portion and then try to find the solution for that part. So there was an article on Hindu that India sequestrated 30.43 billion ton of CO2, equivalent to total carbon stock. Equivalent to total carbon stock. I will have to see this CO2 equivalent to total carbon stock. See, if you look at this, it is simply saying that India has sequestrated 30.4 billion tons of carbon dioxide. Means this much of carbon dioxide India has been able to capture and store. How do we capture and store? With the help of vegetation, with the help of forest, with the help of such land uses. So that is what is the meaning here. So here when we talk about the biomaterials, it is biodegradable in nature. It is non-polluting, a material derived from biodiversity. Like see this example. We can have bio-derived bone implant, blood vessels graft, heart valve, breast implants, ocular implants, nerve implants, and others. So these are some biomaterials which are used in health services. In the same manner, we have biodegradable plastics. We have biodegradable plastics for packaging. Biodegradable plastics. Eatable forks or spoons also. Nowadays, you may have seen that there are eatable forks or spoons also, or biodegradable forks and spoons also. So there are so many things which are made up of biomaterials. So that is one thing which is being said, that what are these biomaterials? What are these biomaterials? Now the thing is, like, why do we need them? Why there is a need to focus on biomaterials? Why we need to have them? Can you give me the answer for this one part, that why do we need this biomaterial? What is the specific reason? Why do we need them? What advantages can be there if we are focusing on biomaterial? What advantages can be there? See, there can be one advantage, lesser dependence. There is one example, that is their lesser dependence on fossil-based plastics. On fossil-based plastics. That is one of the major example, major benefit. Then we also see that another source of revenue for farmers, another source of revenue for farmers and rural economy. This is something which might be adding another source of revenue for farmers and rural economy. We will see that it will also help in declogging congestions in urban areas due to plastic pollution and avoiding health complication. Avoiding health complication. So this is also one of the benefit which we can see from here. At the same time, what we also see that this is something which can be helping, in case of like revenue generation and environmental sustainability. Revenue generation and environmental sustainability. Revenue generation and environmental sustainability. So these all benefits are there with respect to the biomaterials. So that's why this one topic was there, that what exactly are biomaterials, why do we need them, and what are there some of the examples. So this is the first topic, that what exactly is biomaterial and why do we need them. So that is our first topic. Now coming to the second topic, which is with respect to our favorite president of all times. The favorite president of all times, Donald Trump. Okay. So now they are coming with another act. Okay. They are coming with this new bill. Okay. So this new bill, there is a bill, and it has got like 84 co-sponsored. So this is one bill which has been brought by it has got this bipartisan support, means everyone is supporting this. Okay. So this will be called as Sanctioning Russia Act of 2025. Okay. So this is one thing, Sanctioning Russia Act 2025. So this might be called Sanctioning Russia Act 2025. This is likely to be passed. This is going to be passed like in a house of 100 people. It has already got the support of 84. In a house of 100 people, it has already got the support of 84 people. And even in the House of Representatives, it has got more than 151 co-sponsors. So this is something which is likely to be passed. Okay. Now, what we see that, like how much tariff can be imposed? How much tariff? They are basically talking about tariff up to 500%. That there will be a tariff up to 500%. There can be a tariff up to 500% on those countries who are having trade with respect to United States. So it says that there can be a tariff up to 500% on those nations which are having trade with Russia. So why they are especially, okay, why they are especially doing this? To stop countries, to stop nations from buying oil from Russia. Now the thing is, why they are putting so much sanctions on Russia? What is the real agenda here? What is the real agenda here? Why is US so much interested on putting pressures on Russia? Why they are so much interested on putting pressures on Russia? Is it that they want to stop the war? And if yes, then what is their game? Like what is the interest of the US? What is the interest of US? The interest is quite simple. Critical minerals. The interest is quite simple. The critical minerals in Ukraine. There is this one simple thing, critical minerals in Ukraine. That is the main agenda. That is the main agenda which United States have with respect to Ukraine and Russia war. Their agenda is not about the humanitarian crisis and others. They are the creators of humanitarian crisis. They have created humanitarian crisis in Syria, Afghanistan, and various countries of West Asia. Okay. So they are just trying to put tariff on other countries in order to put in order to pressurize Russia, so that Russia will be coming on table to talk to US president. So this is one thing that now US has got this one simple thing. They are so much desperately looking for the critical minerals of Ukraine that they want to have all these things. Now, in the bizarre move, they have also decided to quit more than 60 plus organizations of international nature. So that is also one thing which has been done with respect to United States. Now, what is the implications for India? Like suppose if we are having 500% tariff. So what is the implication on India? What is the implication on India? If there is a 500% tariff, so this will basically mean that the trade between India and US is going to come to a halt. It is going to come to a halt. Okay. So now basically it means simply that the trade will be over. Trade between US and India. This is something which will be over. It simply means trade between US and India is going to be over, like because 500% tariff. 500% tariff means like everything is gone. Now there is another part. Like how it is going to import, how it is going to hamper our exports. What will be the impact on the exports of India? How much loss? Can you tell me what will be the loss? How much India will suffer loss due to 500% tariff from United States? FTA has gone to tariffs. Okay. So this is something like you will find that of course it is going to hit India. Of course it is going to hit India. The stock exchanges are already showing that. Okay. The stock exchanges which are there, they are already running red. Okay. So this is one thing which you can see. Stock exchange and everything is already running red from the last 2 days. that in the last 2 days they are already running rate like from 86,000. From 85,000 it has fallen to 3,000 points. Okay. So this is something, it means there is basically a loss of $85 billion. $85 billion. There is going to be export of $85 billion which is going to come to a halt. Now what is the solution? Like $85 billion, of course it is going to be a significant hit to the Indian economy. But Indian economy is not of $85 billion. If we talk about India's GDP, India's GDP is around $4 trillion. India's GDP is around $4 trillion. So $85 billion, yes, it is a harm, but it is not such thing like India will collapse. It's not such a big problem that India is going to collapse. Okay. So what we see here, that yes, of course, this is the span, but what is the way forward? What is the way forward in this scenario? What is the way forward in this scenario? In this volatile world, that after 3 years, the things will be different. After 3 years, if the US constitution is not changed, if there is no such change in the US constitution, if it is not such a thing that within next 3 years, US is declaring that Donald Trump can remain president for next 100 years. It can be a new act. There can be a new act also in the United States that Donald Trump may remain in power for the next 100 years. If he is not there, in his name the rule will be carried out for the next 100 years. So if he is making such an act, then it is different. But otherwise, after 3 years, it will be over. So after 3 years, you will find that this one challenge will be gone. But then this is a reminder. This is a reminder of diversification. This 85 billion, it can easily be rerouted to Africa, to portions of South America, to portions of Southeast Asia, to portions of East Asia. We also have trade with Central Asia and so on. So we don't have to do much. We have to just diversify even $10 billion to different regions. Our problem will be gone. Yes, please, Neelu, what is your question? Please ask your question. So this is one part, like what is the tariff of US and what is the impact. Now this tariff has been going on for some time. This tariff has been going on for almost 1 year now. And despite this, what we see that there is a United Nations body which says that the India's GDP is growing 85 billion export. 85 billion is the export. Yes, that is a question, that NATO, will it be attacking on US also? Attack on Denmark will simply mean that there is no NATO. And when there is end of NATO, it means that US may be going into that collapse mode. Many a times in history, it has been seen that when there is rise of such a such rulers, there is a huge loss to the country. You may have seen that why US is doing this. Despite all the drama in the last 1 year, despite all these dramas, despite all these tariffs, in United States, there was a report that their industry output is at the lowest level now. So what US is doing instead, US government is trying to diversify the attention of its people from the problems which they are having at their own home. They are trying to diversify, they are going to just they are trying to make sure that people are not asking questions. They are just giving them topics like attack on Venezuela, tariff on China, tariff on India, tariff on Brazil, Mexico, and other countries. What they are not trying to tell the people that despite all the dramas which US has done in the last 1 year, their industrial growth is at the lowest level right now. And Nobel Prize नहीं देने का कुछ तो loss होगा ही. Okay. So this is one thing which is the act of US right now. Now let's see this. Like we see that the GDP growth rate of India has again been picking up the pace. It has been said that India GDP growth rate is going to be 7.2%. The government of India has said that it is going to be 7.4%, whereas this United Nations organization has said that India is going to grow at 7.2% in the year 2026-27. So United Nations organization is saying that India is going to grow at a rate of 7.2%. So there is this UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs, UNDESA, United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. So there is this Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Now, if we look at this department, it is a core part. This is one thing which is core part of this secretariat. It is a core part of UN Secretariat. So this is basically like what it is doing. It is providing data analysis, policy insight, etc. This is just providing data analysis, policy insight, etc. So that is the role of this organization. United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. It is providing data analysis, policy insight to member states and other things. Okay. So it is not any such major decision making organ. It is just for policy insight. It is just for policy suggestion, etc. etc. Okay. ये इंसान जो है वो देखो, if you look at this, just tell me one thing. In the last 1 year, from January 2025 to December 2025, tell me one thing. How many things which have been announced by United States has remained permanent? Other than the tariff which we see, how many things have remained permanent in the last 1 year? They are always getting something new. They are always trying to have something new so that the world will not be looking at the problems through which United States is going. United States is having its own problems and it is just trying to hide them. Like its economy is going down, its industries are not functioning well. So if you are having tariff all across the world, how will your industry export the goods? Like, if you look at this, US has lost all its goodwill. US has lost all its goodwill across the world. So that is the loss. And their industries are also going to suffer. Their industries are going to suffer for a long period of time. Now, like, there are many countries which are civilizational in nature. There are many countries which are civilizational in nature. Just look at this. They might not be aware about this. They might not be aware about this. But see, when we talk about China, China may be a dictatorial country. China may have dictatorship. They may have a lot of challenges. The people in China may have their own set of challenges. But US is not understanding one thing. They think that by pressurizing on the government, they can put a pressure on their population also. They are not aware about this, that the population in Eastern countries or Asian countries are never bowing to anyone's pressure. Everyone is telling Donald Trump that you should see this one thing. There are so many countries of the world where England has ruled, where England has taken control over, or where England was having its rule. And particularly if we talk about the countries, like suppose when we are talking about Sri Lanka, India, or for that matter, any of the countries of South Asia, you will find that when British were gone, there was no such imprint of them on the civilization. There is somewhat changes that people adopt by themselves. But British cannot be like an insider here. In some countries where, like suppose when we are talking about United States, in United States, there is people from France, there is people from Spain, there is people from England. They have settled there. They don't have any ideology. They don't have any such huge connection with the land. They are having connections of 100 years, 150 years, maximum 200 years. They are having connections from 3 or 4 generations. But in case of the Asian countries, they don't understand that the people have connection with their countries for thousands of years. So imposition of pressure on these countries are not going to work. For that example, you can see Vietnam. For Vietnam, many countries have tried and none of them have been successful. So they can see the result in Vietnam, that they tried their best, but whatever problems they will face themselves. They are not going to lean because just US is powerful or any other country is powerful. This is what they don't understand. That in these countries, it is not the government who control the people or change the mindset of the people. The people change the government in these areas. Or either they accept it or they reject them. It is the people. This is what they don't understand. That is that USA hegemony weakening day by day, or it's just the start of US superpower? This you can say that it is like, this is what we were talking about just a few minutes back, that US is on such a track that it might lead to disintegration of the entire country. Yes, we do have English language in India, but when you are speaking English language, do you think that like is it same to British English? It is just a way of communication for us. It is just a way of communication for us. But do we really owe anything, or do we have any such affiliation with the English? Do anyone in India like Britishers? Can you find any person in India who would like Britishers? Or who will say that no, 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 whatever problems we are having, it doesn't matter, we will like Britishers? So that is one simple thing. No matter what they have done, what they have tried, what they have taught, but still, they cannot change the feeling. They cannot change the feeling. So this is one part. Now coming to this one thing, ISRO and its plans. In 2025, there were some major missions. Just give me 1 second. Now, if we look at this, now we have the ISRO. In this entire year, you can see, first there was GSLV F-15, which has got through this NVS-02. So this is the part of the Navig system. This is the part of the Navig system, which we have launched on January 29, 2025. Then there was launch of this Earth observation satellite, which was there on May 18th, 2025. NISAR, it was a NASA and ISRO mission. It is an Earth imaging satellite which has been developed with respect to NASA. Then we have this LVM-3 M5 mission, which was having GSAT 7R, 4410 kg. Sorry, 4400 kg satellite. 4400 kg satellite. Then we have LVM-3 which was launched. So M6, which launched Bluebird Block 2 satellite. This was a commercial payload of 6100 kg in December 24, 2025. Okay. So we see that in the last 1 year, there have been 5 major missions of ISRO. There have been 5 major missions of ISRO. Now there are certain things which are upcoming. There is this Gaganyaan mission, which we have been waiting for all very long. Then there is a mission Chandrayaan 4, which is the upcoming mission. You will also have this SpaceX 2 mission. Then we will also see that there will be a mission of Shukriyaan in the upcoming year. Shukriyaan is also going to be launched. There is also going to be test of semi-cryogenic boosters. There is going to be test of semi-cryogenic boosters in upcoming days. Some of the tests are already on the way. So semi-cryogenic boosters are going to be used in upcoming LVM missions. So these are certain new things which we are going to get in 2026-27. Shukriyaan may be there in 28, but prior to that, these missions are on the table. So this is one thing which we see. We only like England cricket player like Josh Butler. Achha, if you have two players, one from India and one from Australia, then what? What is the project in Chandrayaan 4? Like in the case of Chandrayaan 4, we are aiming to collect the sample, to collect back sample from moon. we have an aim to collect back sample from moon, that is in Chandrayaan 4. In Chandrayaan 5 also, we are planning to have a very huge lander. We are trying to have a very huge lander on the surface of moon in Chandrayaan 5. So these are some of the upcoming missions of ISRO. Now coming to prelims specific topic, we have this one thing called as Nilgiri tar. So this is an endangered mountain ungulate. It is endemic to the southern western Ghats of India, primarily in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. If we look at this, it is confined to southern western Ghats in Kerala and Tamil Nadu and mainly found in montane shola grassland ecosystem. Eravikulam National Park has the highest density. It is also called as mountain guardians. So they are maintaining the alpine grassland ecosystem. That's why they have also been referred to as mountain guardians. If you look at them, Nilgiri tar, they are in endangered category in Schedule 1, state animal of Tamil Nadu, and it is also living in herds dominated by adult females and their offsprings. So in most of the animals also, you will find this one thing, that their group is led by the females. In case of tigers also, in case of elephants also, in case of lions also, you will find that it is the females who are leading them. It is the females who are leading them. Okay. So this is one thing which we see. Then we have this one thing called as Great Barrier Reef. It is the largest coral reef ecosystem in the world, located in the coast of Queensland, Australia. It has got 400 types of coral, 1500 species of fish, and 4000 types of mollusks and other marine organisms. Okay. Like it has also dugong and large green turtle which are threatened. Okay. Around 2100 individual reef, 800 fringing reef, and they are like UNESCO World Heritage Sites also. So this is the Great Barrier Reef. It is located here in this place. It is located across this area of Australia. It is like located along this coast of Australia. So this part is quite famous. It is quite famous. Like this is dying. Like this is one such barrier reef which is continuously getting depleted. There is continuous coral bleaching in this area. There is continuous coral bleaching in this area. It is continuously under threat. Tell me one thing, in case of India, where are we having the coral reef structures? Okay. Yes. Environmentalist. In case of India, where do we get this coral reef? Where do we have the presence of coral reef in case of India? Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep, okay, Andaman and Lakshadweep both. Any other place? Any other place where we are having the coral reef? POK. Not POK Strait, it is Park Strait. It is different. POK is different, it is different. Lakshadweep is there, some parts in Andaman and Nicobar, island groups. There is certain part in Gulf of Kutch also. Certain part near Gulf of Kutch also. Okay. Then a little bit near parts of Maharashtra, Goa. somewhat in part of Maharashtra and Goa. Then Lakshadweep, Gulf of Mannar or Park Strait. Then you will find at Andaman and Nicobar Island. So these are the locations where you will find these coral reefs in India. So this is one question for you which you can mention in the comment box. Okay. Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Mannar, Park Bay, Gulf of Khambat. Yes. So these are the locations where you will find the coral reef in India. So these are the questions for you which you have to mention in the comment box. What is coral bleaching? There is one simple answer to this, that coral bleaching means loss of the color of the coral structure due to this separation between corals and zooxanthellae. That is one simple answer. But I want you to look a little bit more in detail of this, that what actually happens during the coral bleaching. That is it always separation, or is there any impact on pigmentation also? So just go through this a little bit more in detail and then try to answer this. Yes, Nilu. Yes, Nilu, please tell. Yes, actually, uh, in the last 2 days, like there was certain urgent work. Which, due to which, there were no other option. So that's why I could not take the classes last day and day before. Yes. So there was certain work in such a manner that it cannot be avoided. That was the cause. And yesterday I got free at around 6 p.m. It was not like some personal work, it was some work here only. So due to which could not be avoided. So that's why. Otherwise, it will be regular. Okay? So thank you, everyone. Let's meet then in the next session and then we will discuss the remaining parts. Okay. Thank you. Take care and all the best. Thank you.